Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the price of Bitcoin, but before we get into that, I'm going to be going over some lending platforms. I'm going to be talking about some upgrades that are happening on some of these platforms, as well as current rate changes. A question I get a lot is, which lending platform do you believe is the best? So I'm going to be giving you a very short answer to that particular question. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Depending on which jurisdiction you are in, you may now have the ability to swap instantly on the Celsius platform. What does that mean exactly? That means that, for example, you can swap from like UNI to USDC without having to basically, so for example, there are a lot of different pairs, but not always the exact pair that you're searching for. So with Celsius, you have more options when it comes to swaps, which is really great because you don't have to basically have more fees over the entire transaction. So there have been times, like especially early on in the crypto days, where I would have to trade like you have to always start with Bitcoin. So if I wanted to buy any altcoin on any exchange, I would have to send Bitcoin first. And there weren't that many pairs. So this gives you the option to swap with zero fees, which is extremely convenient. So check your app to see if you can start doing that. So one nice feature, you may already have the swap feature within your Celsius account, but it's currently being rolled out over different jurisdictions. So it may take some time for that to happen. As always, there's a ton of promo codes here on Celsius, so one really great way to earn a nice return. If you haven't signed up for Celsius yet, I have my referral link down below. When you sign up and you deposit $400 and you hold there for 30 days, you get $50 of free BTC, and so do I. So that's one way for you to support my channel. And the last thing that I wanted to mention to you when it comes to Celsius is that they are going to be launching fiat on-ramp, so where you can actually connect your bank to your Celsius account. That's really nice because you don't have to like transfer from Celsius to maybe like Coinbase or Gemini and then to your bank. You can directly go in and out from Celsius to your bank, which is going to be awesome. So it's looking like they're going to be rolling out that fiat on-ramp in about the next week or so, and then they're going to slowly start rolling it out throughout other states as well as other countries. So keep an eye out for that, because just another convenience added to the platform that a lot of users asked for, and now the feature is going to be available. And when it comes to Vault, Vault is a platform that I've been using since the beginning of the year, and Vault is an excellent platform, especially for stablecoins, and they do have an awesome referral program as well. So currently on Vault, they have this massive opportunity going on where you can earn 36% APR on Cake. And so basically that is going on from March 24th all the way until April 21st, where you can get that 36% APR. There's no caps. And then they're also extending the high yield on SKL for another 4 weeks. So all the way until April 21st, you can earn 10% APR on SKL. And then I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but you can also currently earn 12% APR on DOT. And that promotion is going between March 17th until April 14th. So I haven't withdrawn from my BlockFi account in some time, and I was gonna pull out a small amount. I had like about 270 USDC in there. So I was gonna go ahead and withdraw it. And I realized that I couldn't just withdraw straight from my interest earning account to any exterior wallet. I basically had to transfer it from the BlockFi interest account to the wallet that doesn't earn you anything on BlockFi. And then I was able to withdraw it out to something like Coinbase. So something to keep in mind. I was like wondering what was happening, and I think they may have originally mentioned this when they rolled out the wallet, but that was a long time ago, and keeping track of all of these, I know it can be a bit confusing. One thing that you definitely need to know when it comes to BlockFi, because this is different across every single lending platform, is the fact that when you want to withdraw, it's probably going to take, in some cases, depending on the amount, anywhere from 1 day to 2 days. And if there's holidays in that period of time, it could even take longer. Also, be aware that if you withdraw any large amount from BlockFi, they're probably going to make you do a secondary verification process. So don't, make the withdrawal, not look at your email, and then realize a week later that your funds never arrived. You probably didn't complete that verification process, where you have to like upload your actual documents again, do like a full like range picture of yourself / video. So take that into consideration when it comes to BlockFi. And of course, rates are changing. That is one thing we've learned across all of these platforms, is that rates are constantly changing. They usually change them monthly. When it comes to Celsius, they change them on a weekly basis. So every one of these lending platforms are a bit different. So you can see here that starting April 1st, BlockFi is changing their rates, including USDT. They're not going to change the rates for Doge, LTC, Uni, PaxG, and the rest of these over here. So those are going to stay the same. But when it comes to stable coins, they're basically dropping the rates, depending on the tier, anywhere from 1% to 0.75%. So you can kind of see here the new APY and what the former APY was. They're also going to be changing the rates on Bitcoin. So for your first 0.1 Bitcoin, used to be 4.5, and now it's going to be dropped down to 4%. And then the tier 1 for Ethereum is also changing as well. So just something for you to be aware of. That's one thing that we've learned, is that these lending platforms are constantly changing their rates depending on market conditions. But if it makes sense in how they're actually earning interest on the coins, and the rate that they're getting from these institutional investors, then basically, it makes sense. So if you want to sign up for Celsius, Vault, BlockFi, I have a link down below for those. We're going to be talking about Nexo here coming up as well. One thing you want to keep in mind is that you can, for when it comes to new deposits that you make onto these websites, you can still earn the same amount or the normal amount when it comes to Celsius, but not with Nexo and not with BlockFi. Any new money that you put in there is not going to earn any interest. It does not qualify to earn any new interest. But Vault, the one that I mentioned earlier, is one where you can still continue earning interest on new deposits. So take that into consideration. Hopefully sometime this year that changes. Honestly though, I am surprised that Celsius hasn't suspended, as well as Vault when it comes to new deposits. I'm sure they've mentioned it in their AMA, but it's kind of hard to keep up with those, but just something to consider there. So when it comes to Nexo, the new buying experience on the Nexo app. So if you upgrade the Nexo app, they talked about having some new features in there, just making it basically easier for you at the end of the day to purchase cryptocurrency. That also depends on your jurisdiction. But when it comes to Nexo, you actually cannot earn on new deposits made. But if you do live in a jurisdiction that does allow you to earn interest, basically anywhere outside of the United States, because in the US they don't trust us enough to make our own decisions with our own money, you basically have two options. You can use my referral link, and when you deposit $100, you'll get $25 in free Bitcoin. Both of us will. But if you want to deposit a little bit more, you can deposit $1,000 and you will get $100. So to get the $100, you need to just go on nexo.io, bottom left-hand corner, sign up button, sign up now. So this is like a different and a special sign up bonus there. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at $44,312. So let's go ahead and zoom out to the weekly chart here. So what I like to see here is how close this moving average is getting to this green one. It's looking really, really likely that it's going to be a crossover, which I think will be very, very bullish. So I would also like to see this green 2 trade above the green 1. So we have some time for that. So that is getting pretty darn close. Let's go and look at the daily chart here on Bitcoin. The daily is looking a little bit on the exhausted side. I think it's kind of likely that Bitcoin sees a pullback this weekend. We're kind of potentially already seeing the start of it, but of course, time will tell. So if you think that Bitcoin is in a very bullish posture, then this weekend could be a great buying opportunity for you if you want to jump back in. The 12-hour chart also looking exhausted here with this red 9. I am anticipating a little bit of a pullback and then making a higher high, but that doesn't necessarily have to happen either. I am just thinking worst case scenario. But when we back up over to, where was it? Let's see here. Oh no, that was a different chart that I was looking at. Let's go and look at the 1 hour here. Okay, so the 1 hour here, oh yeah, this is the chart that I was thinking of. So we have seen a lower high and we're getting close to seeing a lower low. So we don't want to see Bitcoin go below the low of this candle, which is $44,030. So it's within a $300, range of that amount. I wouldn't want to see it go below that, or else we'll probably continue with the downwards trend throughout the weekend. Let's go and look at the 30-minute chart, also trending downwards. So the first indication here would be, the 15-minute chart showed us making a lower high right here, and that was at 1445. So just to kind of give you an idea of how Bitcoin is looking for the weekend. Like I said, if you think it's in a bullish posture and you want to jump back in, but you're looking for a bit of a pullback, this weekend might be the opportunity for you. So if you'd like to support my channel in any way, I have all of my links down below. That is all that I have for you today as I was going to create a portfolio that you love.